Hey y'all, happy Tuesday. Why do I feel like, hold on, there we go. Happy Tuesday. I feel like I never get on here on a Tuesday, but I wanted to hop on today because I feel like I had made a post on here and on Instagram, but it ended up going viral on Instagram, and it was basically some things that I had noticed that were similar to what I had read about Atlantis and what was happening in Atlantis right before there was the fall of the Atlantis, and it kind of spiraled on Instagram into this whole thing. So I wanted to hop on here and chat with y'all who wanted to chat on this Tuesday. Sorry, I've been fucking busy. So I had made this post, y'all, and I was basically responding to this guy who had posted about Microsoft and the fact that they just created this new form of matter, which I'm not sure how they did that, but Microsoft has some interest in patents, by the way. But basically I made a post about how somebody posted and said Microsoft made new matter, and I was talking about how when I was reading up on Atlantis, you know, which is the city that they say is a myth, I don't think it's a myth though, because I've been there. I think it exists at a higher frequency than what we're on. But when basically he was saying Microsoft made a new form of matter. And so what I said in the video was basically like that there were a couple things that Atlantis was doing that led to them having to fall. And one of the things was they was creating these abominations, what they called abominations. I'm not gonna call them abominations. Hey, Hydra. But they was creating like half animal, half humans, because they were trying to figure out like a new form of slave, right? And then the other thing that they was doing was using crystal technology to open up these portals, because they was trying to find a new form of matter, because they wanted to create their own universe that did not fall underneath the government, or doesn't fall underneath the laws of God energy, basically. And so that was going to cause some major problems when it came to other places in the universe and send ripple effects across the universe. And that's why they had to fall, because they kept looking at them as like a teenager with a gun. Like we wasn't where we needed to be. We was doing things that were against the laws of nature, basically. So I had made a video about that, and I just pointed out like, hey, I read this, you know, I just wanted to share the information. And it went viral on Instagram, and there was so many people who were in the comments basically saying like that they was talking about Enoch, they was talking about Genesis, and talking about how it related to the Bible and all of this stuff. And I wasn't even trying to go there with the information. I literally was just information sharing, but I feel like so many people latched on to it and like made it bigger or different than what I was intending it to be, which made me realize I need to be more responsible with my platform and realize that people are not where I am, and people don't understand. Like a lot of people who are just getting introduced to me don't understand that I'm a knowledge person, and I don't necessarily believe the knowledge, but who are just getting introduced to me don't understand that I'm a knowledge person, and I don't necessarily believe the knowledge, but thing that I'm saying, but I give the knowledge if I have some insight on whatever is being shared, you know? So yeah. Hey Jazzy. But yeah, I wonder if it was made or discovered. What you mean, Henry? If what was made or discovered? Atlantis? Oh, I ain't heard this song in a minute. 'Cause I'ma see to it. What you talking about, Henry? So yeah, so I wanted to get on here and talk about that though, because I was confused at some of the comments. And I think sometimes when I'm posting, like people will read the comments and think that the comments is the way that I feel, when it's really just people talking about, like people who are outside of the situation giving their opinion on it. But I think because it's a video of me, people think that that's my views on the situation, and it's not. Like I'm just an information type of person where I collect the information. I don't necessarily believe it or not believe it. I just put it somewhere until an opportunity comes up for me to share any wisdom that I have on it. And that's what generator energy is here to do, right? We're here to respond to things. And that's you operating in alignment with your energy, because you're not meant to constantly be sharing your wisdom or trying to fix or trying to help. It's like when the opportunity presents itself or when the circumstance changes and you have the wisdom, you are meant to deliver the wisdom. But it don't mean that you have to be attached to the outcome of that wisdom. So I don't know. I thought that was kind of weird because I feel like people in the comments are saying that I'm saying stuff that I don't feel like I'm saying. So I thought that that was interesting. How are y'all doing on this Tuesday? Anything interesting happen over the weekend? I feel like this energy I've had a lot more energy lately than I've had in a long time. Hey, love. Hey, Shakiva. I hope I said your name right. Key feels drained. Hold on. Why I feel like I can't fucking see everything? Okay. Hold on, y'all. You feel drained, love. Ouch. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I couldn't see all the messages and stuff. I don't feel drained. I actually feel like I have a lot more energy. I will say it's been harder for me to get out the bed in the morning, though. That's for sure. Like these last couple of days, I've been feeling like it's been taking me to the very last minute to get out of the bed. Like, can't stop being tired, but I'm getting shit done. Yeah, me too. Time has been flying by me. Yes. Now that I will say, it feels like we done sped the fuck up or something. I literally told my brother that on Sunday. I was like, damn, like, because I went to the beach this weekend because I felt like I just needed to go and be by the water. So, and it was a beautiful day. Like, it was the most perfect weather ever. And I had called my brother just to show him the ocean. And I was like, it's so crazy how I feel like I blinked and this damn weekend was over. And it was. It feels like time has been, like, speeding fucking past me. Especially because I've been so busy. I feel like a couple bigger creators had posted me on a platform. Hi, Juicy. Thank you. Do I look like I'm glowing, girl? I've been taking care of my skin. I literally thought about you the other day. I was about to text you because I was like, damn, I haven't heard from DeJour. What is she doing? Yes, my body be feeling like I'm doing hard labor and time has been really fast. Yeah. I wonder if we get it upgrades or something. But yeah, I feel like this weekend flew by so fucking fast. I didn't even get a chance to do anything, but I feel like I also have been working a lot because I had a couple viral moments, and since having those, like, I had so many orders coming through. So I feel like this whole last month just was here and gone. Hey, Cara. I thought about you too, LOL. I'll text you. Okay, cool. Because I literally was thinking about that yesterday, and I was like, damn, I haven't talked to DeJour in a second. Let me hit her up. But yeah, I feel like shit has been moving really, really fast. And it's not a bad thing. Like, I feel like everything kind of feels a little sped up. And maybe that's why we tired too. Because I feel like I've been getting a lot of insight recently. Like, I had a random dream where it was this thing in the middle of the ocean. Like, I don't even know how to describe what this thing is. It just was big as fuck. Like, it was big. And it was a bunch of dolphins were like jumping and like attacking this thing in the middle of the ocean. And the thing kind of came so that I could see it, but it was like, I don't even fucking know how to describe it. It kind of like looked like a snake or some shit, but it was like a bunch of dolphins like attacking, like jumping out of the water and like attacking it. And it was like so many dolphins, like a shit ton. I thought that was fucking crazy. And then I keep getting dreams about obelisks, which are like in our downtowns. Like, we have an obelisk in our downtowns, which look like those little silver pike little things. And I was told something like the obelisks need to be returned to their rightful place. And then I was shown like this place that kind of looked like sand and water that we don't see. Like, I feel like our water is too dark to be where this place was. But there was like an obelisk in the middle of the ocean. And I thought that was weird too. It's like I'm getting random pieces of shit that is being built on. So like the other day on Sunday, I like stayed in my bed until 12 because I kept trying to go back to sleep so I can get the rest of the message. But it just was a whole bunch of like random things that didn't really make sense to me. Have y'all been dreaming? Have y'all dreams been weird? Hi, Pashe. My dreams have been very vivid and I've been able to remember them and it's been very intriguing. Me too. It's like they've been intense. And it's like I feel like I'm there and I'm like watching something. Like it almost feels like I'm watching something happen, but I don't know what's happening. And I don't actually know what's happening. Hey, Damon. Hey, Anissa. So I was like, what the fuck? Oh, I meant to tell y'all too, until the end of the month, this whole entire week, human design readings are $29 off. So if y'all want to get your human design readings for cheaper, get them this week. The codes are going to be endings. Hold on, let me check. Because what I've been wanting to do is I want to offer more things, like more services and stuff to like my followers, but I only really want to offer it to the people who really be tapped in with me. So people who are on my lives and people who are on my Patreon are people who like I'm creating like codes and stuff for y'all to use, because I feel like it's a need for us to hold on, each one teach one. So for the human design readings, they're $120 right now. They're originally $149 and the code is endings with the SHD. And then mommy and me readings as well, because y'all know I care about them kids. I care about them kids. I care about them kids. And them is probably my favorite readings to do. I literally just did one for a mom a couple weeks ago and it was my favorite thing to do. And she wrote me and was like, oh my God, thank you so much. And I think she had 2 little girls and she was actually able to send me her info, the dad's info, and the 2 kids info. And the parents were alike, but the kids were so different. So it's like, I could understand them being on the same accord, but then not being on a good accord with the girls. So mommy and me is endings with an S, so ENDINGSMM. So mommy and me, MM. But the other one, human design, is HD. Hey, Miss Shan. Oh shit, hold on. I see a bunch of messages. Okay, I've been having very vivid dreams. Yes, me too. It feels like, I don't know, it's been really intense and I feel like I'm getting multiple dreams or multiple things are happening in one dream. Almost like it's like a ripple. I don't fucking know. I can almost foresee my future in my dreams. Yeah. What's crazy is I've been having a lot of deja vu too. I feel like I've been having a shit ton of deja vu. Hey, Bubba, I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really good. I feel like I've been able to get things done. And I actually felt like this week was going to be a lot easier for me with things kind of slowing down, because I've had this, I'm telling y'all, for these last month, and I ain't even complaining because it's a good thing, but I haven't had a weekend or a moment to myself because I've been so busy trying to get out these orders. But this week has been a lot better, and I feel like it's a couple people who haven't responded to me. So I thought I had like a shit ton to do today. And then when I looked at what I have information for, I realized that some of the people didn't send me their stuff. So I don't have a lot to do today. The only thing I need to do today is get my Spiritual Intelligence 101 course for my Patreon done. If y'all not following me on YouTube, y'all need to be following me on YouTube, because I'm dropping a lot of gems in that Spiritual Intelligence 101 course. It drops every Monday for people who are not on my Patreon. But for people who are on my Patreon, you get the episodes a week early. But check out this week's episode, because I talked about protecting spaces. So protecting your home, protecting spaces when you're about to leave your home, like making sure that you clean your home, which is really important. Because you don't want stagnant energy in your home, getting air purifiers, like that type of thing. And then I also talked about herbs and what herbs are used for, whether that be protection or love or abundance, manifestation, whatever. Because I feel like I keep being pushed towards making your own incense, making your own candles, and setting your intentions over those candles, like using crystals, using herbs while doing that as well. So I put that information out there in case you needed to know, like how to banish things, how to whatever. Like I put like a whole episode just on herbs all together. I want one for sure. Yeah, the human design readings are amazing because, again, like I said, that information changed my life, and that's why I offer what I offer. I literally keep getting messages from people who because I've been blowing up on Instagram, so I've been getting a lot more Instagram people who like have never seen me before. I'm getting like teachers and like people who work in like marketing, like people like that. And they keep telling me like, you are charging too low of a price for this. And I'm like, I know, because human design readings, y'all, are like $500. But I feel like I want my community to have access to this information because it quite literally changed my life. Like, if had I not come across this, I would not be where I am right now. I would still be frustrated. I would still be trying to fix people. I would still be doing all the things that I was doing before. It's a great confirmation on who you are and, you know, what your actual energy is, so that you can not, until you have awareness of it, you can't do shit about it. You know, but with human design, I try to bring awareness. So what I've been doing recently is I've been having fun with the readings again. I don't spend a lot of time trying to explain to y'all how to read the reading yourself, because I feel like people just don't get when I'm talking about that, just because it's so complex. However, I spend more time trying to look at your energy and give you specific advice on your energy, you know, which I think is something I've been doing before. I was doing before, giving you tips and tricks, but I feel like I kind of got into the monotony of it. So recently I've really been elaborating. I've been trying to give people as much detail as I possibly can so that they know what to do. And then I leave the chat open, because anybody who books a service with me, you have access to me through Telegram. So anytime that you have a question or you need me to look into something or whatever the case may be, you can just write me. As long as you don't take advantage. As long as you don't take advantage, you know, within reason. Why you kick dogs? What are you talking about? And it helps you too to understand how your energy is interacting with other people, because I feel like the one that, or the two places, no, it's like 3 places that are the worst to have open. Okay, 4 places. Your heart space, which makes you feel unlovable, have self-esteem issues, fixate on love, fixate on finding your direction in life, having multiple identity crises. That being open is really fucking hard. It's even harder if you have an open emotional solar plexus, because also you're taking in people's identity, but then you also taking in people's emotional energy. So it's like you almost become the people that you're around. Like, you need to understand that, especially if you have kids, because then you need to watch who they are around, you know? So that, and then I feel like your spleen too, because you become obsessive. You have obsessive behavior. And that shit is tough, because you constantly living in the past. You constantly replaying situations in your head. You constantly seeing yourself as a victim. You constantly getting attached to people, you know, and not holding grudges, like getting attached to people. If you come across somebody who has the opposite center as you, they could be treating you like shit, and you stay and you don't understand why. And then you disconnect from them. And it's like, when you at home by yourself, you having this conversation with yourself, like, I need to leave this person alone. Like, I don't understand why I keep dealing with them. But because you don't have access to feel good energy, and they're supplying that for you, you'll go back over there because you are obsessive and you need closure. You go back over there and you get stuck because you feel good again. You know, so when I understood that, I was like, oh, it's the energy. So I need to stay away from that person as long as I possibly can. And now I'm thriving. You know, I would have known that if I had not looked into that. And then you got your root. When your root is open, you feel the pressure to feel free. So you hurry through your task. You don't like being controlled. You might have a little bit of escapism in you. But not only that, when you're around people who have the opposite center as you, then you feel like they have unrealistic expectations of you, and you feel like you got to be perfect in their presence. And I see that coming out with certain people in my life. And because I have awareness of it now, I can notice when I'm doing that. It's like all of a sudden I jump up and I start cleaning, or I feel like I got to make their plate, or I got to do all of these things. And it's like, no, it's just me taking in that energy and me not knowing how to process or what to do with it. So human design is so beneficial because it really just helps you to understand yourself. And when you have awareness of yourself, you can actually come up with a plan, you know? Can I do mommy and me for myself and my niece? I'm her primary. Yes, absolutely. Because you still need to know how y'all energy is interacting. So when I do a mommy and me, I don't look at your masculine and feminine energy. I only look at it briefly to see whether or not there's going to be some issues that you need to address. Like, I'll look at if y'all got a strong struggle channel, I need to bring that up because you probably going to struggle your whole life. If you have the channel of crisis, I need to bring that up because you're going to struggle. If you have the channel of judgment, like, it's like certain things that I will bring up if I see them. But for the most part, what I'm doing is looking at y'all energy profiles and how you operate, they operate, and I tell y'all what those are separately. And then I look at y'all energy centers and I tell y'all how each of y'all are going to experience y'all energy, but how y'all energy is interacting with each other. And I think with the kids, I spend a lot of time in telling you about like sports and activities to put them in, depending on what their energy is, whether they should be in that or shouldn't be in that, how to help them sleep, how to help them eat, because your digestive system, everybody's digestive system is different. And I don't know if y'all understand this, but your stomach is your first line of defense when it comes to intuition, because your intuition comes through your stomach. Your stomach is your intuition in the physical, while this is your intuition in the spiritual. Okay, so in order for your stomach to do what it needs to do, you cannot be in a state of overconsumption. You have to eat according to your design. So I tell you how to do that, because some of us are supposed to eat at night. Some of us are supposed to eat in the day. Some of us can eat in the sun. Some of us can't eat in the sun. Some of us need hot food. Some of us need cold food. Some of us can take in as many ingredients as possible. And some of us need to eat one thing at a time. You know, figuring out how your digestive system works the best helps you, because then you can digest your food faster. And when you digest your food faster, then your stomach can do what it actually is meant to do. You know, so I talk about that, like how to feed your kids. I talk about what environments they thrive in, what they gonna need. Last week I had one kid who was a baby. The baby kid, the teenage kid, wanted to be in creative environments, but the baby needed control over her environment. Meaning, like, she not gonna be the type of kid that if she got her door shut, that you should just barge into her room. Like, you're gonna have to, you're gonna have to teach her boundaries early on. You know, so I look at a lot of different things. And I tell you what the kid needs and what I think you should be doing. You know, if a kid has an open root, forcing them to do something is the worst thing you could do for them, because they feel the pressure to be free. You know, so I look at everything and I just give y'all good advice based off of what I would be doing. Hey, beautiful. Are you familiar with left shoulder pain, upper back pain? Yeah. But your shoulders have to do with your throat. So I would look first if you have a communication problem. But I also, upper back is throat. Ooh, it's probably your throat, baby, because I just started coughing out of nowhere. Make sure you're speaking your truth, setting healthy boundaries, and telling people what you need. But your shoulders have to do with your throat. Okay? Upper back pain, same, have to do with your throat or your heart. But I would, if it continues on, I would go see a professional too, because left shoulder pain is specific to strokes. Not saying that you about to have a stroke, baby. Don't take that and run with that. I'm just saying those are the possibilities. Hey, Miss Luxury. But it feels like your throat because I keep wanting to cough. Hey, Sarah. This is my song. I found you on YouTube. Oh, yay. I'm glad that you said that. I'm glad that people are finding me on YouTube. I was wondering about that because I feel like my YouTube, like me figuring out YouTube's algorithm is driving me fucking nuts, because I feel like it's so hard to figure out how to place yourself on YouTube, whereas Instagram and TikTok are a little bit more organic. I feel like YouTube's algorithm has stayed the same or some shit for a long time. So, hey, D. I like the herbs one a lot. Yes, I gave so much information in that herbs one too. On like what herbs are good for what. Like, I really wanted that to be about protection, but I also needed to teach y'all other things, like how to get rid of negative energy, how to align your mind, how to get clarity of the mind. Like, I feel like those things are important, especially if you're gonna be doing teas. But I've been really interested in like doing my own candles, doing my own incense, and setting intentions over them, because intentions are so important when you know, using stuff. And I feel like, you know, you never know what intentions are spoke over anything that is made. You know, whatever the person who made it, their energy is on that, and you don't know what their energy is, you know? So I've been really thinking about, okay. I've really been thinking about that. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, human design is so helpful. Sorry, my eyes is watering. But human design is so helpful, like I said. Like that's probably one of my favorite things that I've ever done. And I feel like I fell into it. It was just like something I did for myself. And then when I found out, I tried to do it for my whole family. And then through doing it for them, I was like, oh, I really like this. Like, I really like this. And I would say, again, the Mommy and Me's are probably my favorite because I was a kid who was really misunderstood, I felt like. I feel like I felt out of place all the time. Like, and I was so emotionally intense. Like, I was emotionally intense. It's like I could feel everybody else's emotions, but I also felt my emotions very deeply. And now that I understand my energy, it makes complete sense. Like, I went through really high highs and really low lows. And it's like, if somebody would have knew that, there could have been things that would have been helpful to mitigate it, you know? My YouTube is Big Taj with 2 J's. But if you go to my bio, click where it say Instagram, it'll pop down my YouTube too. Hey, Rich Auntie. You are welcome. Oh, shit. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to answer some of these questions in the comments. Okay. Yeah, I do human design. Yep, I do human design. I do mediumship. So if you need a mediumship reading, I do ESP, which is kind of like just a general reading on your life, like seeing what I can pick up from your energy. I also do meet and greets. So a lot of people have been doing meet and greets just to talk to me, you know, or if they, somebody recently was wanting me to help them because they have like a young girl center and they wanted to do like human design readings and stuff for them. So they booked a meet and greet, but I do that. I have a meditation guide. I have a shadow work book, and I also am a spiritual mentor. But right now I'm only taking group mentorship on Patreon. Yeah. Hey, Zed West, you have a Telegram? Yes, but Telegram is only available to people who have booked with me. Definitely will book my human design reading this Thursday because I want to protect my happiness. I heard that. Me as a reflector, yeah. Hey, being a reflector is probably the hardest energy because you feel you don't have nothing solidified. Everything that you feel is from other people. And that shit is difficult to deal with. Have you ever thought about teaching human design? I have not. I don't have a desire to do that, to be honest. It's so much information out there. If you want to learn, I can direct you to some books, but no, I don't think I ever wanted to be in teaching anything. It just like I am a person who like is attracted to knowledge and I love to share that knowledge. But I feel like when I started trying to like be really teachy about it and like come up with a curriculum, and that's the part that I hated the most. Because I'm more of a like in the moment, oh my gosh, y'all, let me tell you what I just learned. You know, like I'm more of like that type of person than like, but I know that I'm a master teacher, so I'm supposed to be teaching. It's just sometimes I just don't want the responsibility. Hey, Rhea Boo, how are you doing, my love? I feel like I haven't seen you in a minute. Guess what? Guess what? No one wants to feel bad for Tabitha Brown. I agree, we shouldn't. I feel like I am an exposer because I feel like people are their truest selves near me. Yeah, you probably are authentically yourself. And when you are authentically yourself, you anchor in the light and you illuminate the things that they've been hiding from, you know? But you also can be welcoming. You can be open. I think I'm the type of person who like really create space for people as they are. You know, I think we're all humans having this experience together, but we all in different places. So I think it's so important for us to, if we want a nice, supportive, creative environment, then we got to create it ourselves. You know, we have to be the example for a lot of those things. So I pride myself on not being very judgmental. Do you find info and advice for reflectors if I were to if I were to book a reading, there isn't much info for us? Oh yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, no, when I say I'm a human design coach, I've been doing that for a couple years now. So yeah, I can tell you, if I get a chance to look at your chart, I can tell you everything that you need to know about yourself. So yeah, but y'all are really like the ones who bring the group together. So the reason why y'all have everything open, but y'all only 5% of the population, but the reason why y'all have everything open is because y'all are meant to keep the group together. Y'all are meant to check on everybody and say what everybody needs and unify people. So reflector is beautiful energy because nobody's gonna understand people more than y'all. And what people needs are more than y'all. However, it is hard to navigate because you feel everything and you don't have the energy from inside. You're getting it from everybody around you, which just, I couldn't imagine that. I have two solid or closed energy centers, and that feels like a lot. That feels like a lot. I couldn't imagine having none solidified. Ever since you told me about eating with sound helps for me, I've been doing that more frequently. Yes, because some people need high sound, meaning like they need to turn on the TV, turn on something, or some people need low sound where they need a calm environment. Like eating according to your design really, really helps your digestive system do what it needs to do. You know, like me, I can't eat in the sun. I'm more of an indirect light. What's your YouTube? Do you do mentorship? I do mentorship, but the only mentorship I have available right now is through my Patreon. So Patreon is patreon.com/becomingknown. And it's $99 a month. Very cheap, but you will have to share the space with somebody else. You know, my YouTube is Big Taj with 2 J's. Hey CJ. Yeah, I know I'm actually kind of live early today, which is not normal for me. Hold on. I usually go live around like 3 or 4 o'clock my time, but today I had some time, so I ain't talking about nothing. Hey, is it Ken? Someone trying to talk, probably. Yes, the herb one hit where I'm at in my journey. Yeah, I thought that was important to release that right now too, because I did a lot of I've already talked about the chakras and stuff like that, but talking about protection, I feel like you got to know what herbs to protect yourself with as well, you know. So I was gonna do that just about protection, but then I was like, no, because I feel like people need to know what the other herb, like what all the herbs are for, not just a small amount. And I didn't even give y'all all of it. I didn't give y'all the herbs to like the love potion herbs. I didn't give y'all that because I want y'all running the fucking muck. So it's like I was specific about what I gave y'all, you know, and what you needed to know. But certain things I was just like, I'm not about to get it to y'all. I'm not about to do it. Been following you for some time. Love all your content, especially your podcast on YouTube. Thank you, Crispy Ham. You break down everything in a very digestible way. It's one of my gifts. I love that about myself. I really am able to process information very well, retain information very well, but also break it down in a way that anybody can understand. And I love that about me. Sometimes it takes me walking around my living room so I can get it wrapped in my head a little bit. But I learn a lot through teaching it to other people. What's mediumship, please? So mediumship is, so I'm a medium. And if you don't know what a medium is, basically, I am here in the physical, but I can make contact with anything that is in the spiritual realm. So whether that be a being, deities, your ancestors that have passed away, or your loved ones that have passed away, low vibrational energy, like anything. So I'm able to channel in information from the spiritual side. And that comes with a lot of different things like prophetic dreams and like me talking to somebody and a loved one coming through to try to tell them something or try to, or me doing a reading for somebody and a murder victim of one of their family members hanging around me for a whole fucking week because they want me to solve their murder, like those type of things. But mediumship is just me connecting with your past loved ones, and bringing any messages that you need to have, So, I actually enjoy that. I just did a couple of those, last week and I actually enjoy them. It's very insightful. And I don't know, I just help people get closure on that because, we're taught that, death is final and death is, once that person dies, they're never here again or you can never talk to them. And that's just not true from my experience. But I've always been somebody who has always had contact to the other side, which at a younger age I didn't understand because we were initially being raised in a Christian type of environment. So, they tell you if it ain't Jesus, then it's a demon. And so I think I was scared of that side of myself for a very long time, but I was having dreams that were coming true my whole life. The earliest I can remember, I was 4. My earliest memory is from when I was only a couple weeks old, which that shouldn't be a thing according to what they say, but so yeah. So mediumship is just me connecting with a past loved one. So psychic medium, like that type of work. What does it mean when you forget your childhood? Your brain is probably trying to protect you from some traumatic event, or you have compartmentalized a lot of things. A lot of time our brain will cover up any traumas to keep us from having to relive it. Can you please share some book recommendations? I have a video on that on my page, but like what type of books? Because I talk about a multitude of different things. So like, what are you trying to learn about? I want to teach my family because it has helped me with myself. Yeah. So actually, if you listen to my podcast, I put a lot of book recommendations at the end, and I do homework too because I'm a lover of homework. I feel like there are exercises and things you can do to intellectualize it, but then I teach you how to do it from the feminine side, which is feeling it. I'm the same way. I love knowledge and want to be a spiritual teacher in Life Path 33. Yep. So master teacher energy for sure. I love knowledge as well. And I kind of fell into this. I really was just sharing knowledge and then it just kind of rolled into this. But sometimes that's how your journey is. It's like whenever the journey gets unclear, that's probably when you on your path. So if that's something that you want to do, just lean into it. Educate yourself more, learn more. Because that's what I did. I just was on my spiritual journey and I just decided to take people along with me, And I was just like, fuck it. We gonna learn together. And it ended up being all of this, So just start. And you don't have to wait until you know everything. I think my cat knocked my damn... There we go. I was about to say, my cat been running amok all day. Honestly, I don't know. Certain days I can feel great and other days not so much. Yeah, I feel that. Your light shines brightest in the darkness and illuminates the darkness to see. Mm-hmm. With that time of the month around, I definitely haven't felt my best. No, I feel that too. Girl. Holla, Marius. I don't like being a generator. Girl. Being a generator, you are just only meant to be yourself. That's it. I think the issues come in when you've been conditioned and told what to be and don't have the confidence to go against the grain, because generators are here to bring the life force energy. We're only here to raise the vibration. So it's really important for us to create a world that we actually enjoy, and respond only to the things that speaks to our soul instead of responding to everything. you know? So I was a generator, or I am a generator, and I struggled with it the whole first half of my life because I was frustrated and trying to fix everybody, and I was so out of alignment that I had dealt with anxiety and depression my whole life. If you hate being a generator, then you probably just need to get in alignment, babe. That's it. Do you accept messages on Instagram? Yeah. Trying to decide if I should select the human design or the mommy and me. I would say whichever you think is most important for you right now. With the human design, full human design is me going into your specific energy, masculine, feminine, giving you a full reading on yourself, whereas the mommy and me is like a slight reading. You'll still get, so what you'll get, what the difference is that you won't get the masculine and the feminine. And the mommy and me, you'll just get the energetic profile, which is me telling you what your energy is, your digestion, your environments, your strongest sense, like just like an overview energetically along with your kids, and then your energy centers. And you can still get a shit ton of information just based off of how your energy centers are, but I won't go into what the specific energy is, how you're experiencing it, how to get that in alignment in that session. Okay, that's just more so about me telling you how your energy is interacting with your kid, and where y'all gonna have struggles, and where y'all gonna, you know, have strength, like those, like what y'all have in common, and, you know, tension points and stuff. But it still gives you a shit ton of information. So like a mommy and me is like me doing a mini reading on you instead of doing a full reading. But it's a mini reading on you and your child. So I don't know if that helps, but yeah. Both of those are 120 right now until Friday. I'm a generator too. Yeah, I struggle really hard as a generator at the beginning half of my life, because you got all this energy and you want to do something and you want to help and you want to whatever, but you're not supposed to be doing that. So I was trying to fix people who wasn't willing to change, and it caused me so many problems, child. Which page do I sign up for the human design reading? If you go to my you got to go to my website. So it's www.bigtaj.com. And I don't mean like the with 2 J's part. It's just like BIGTAJJ.com. And if you go there, click book me, and it'll take you to my services. Hold on. Okay. Heavy on hanging around. Yeah, you get a whole bunch of people like hanging around you when you're a medium. So it's so important for you to just clear your energy. Wow, that's amazing. And I'm sure very hard to deal with as a child and told that it is wrong. Yeah, it was. And especially because when I was 15, I lived in a haunted house, y'all. Oh my gosh. That was probably the most craziest thing that I ever experienced in my life. But what's crazy is my mama had this dude that she was engaged to at like 16, because that's what they did back in the day. And so what happened is her family actually moved to another state. And so that's what broke off the engagement, whatever. Because, I mean, she's 16. She got to go where the fuck her parents go, you know? So she ended up moving to another state. But we ended up years later coming back to Indiana. And so we was looking for some place to stay, and he had his family home. But the problem was that his mama and his sister did not like my mama. And one of them died at that home, and the other person, that was their childhood home. So a lot of times when people pass away, they'll come back to what they know on the astral plane, right? So we started living there, and little weird, strange shit started happening. Like there was a creak in the middle of the floor, like crossing a certain threshold, and I would hear that throughout the night as if somebody was walking down the hallway. And then my brother, in his specific room, which was the sister's room, he kept having weird encounters, like waking up and somebody sitting on the end of his bed, or like having a chest like chase him, like he couldn't see the full body. And now I understand that's a low vibrational energy. A lot of times you can't see their full body, you might just see part of them. But he would come running in my room at like 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, jumping in the bed with me. And I'm just like, what the fuck's going on? Like, you know, so him and my mama can actually see. My mama felt somebody kiss her on the side of the face. One time she woke up and it was the lady standing in the corner, like, you know, all of this. And so it became a point of time, y'all, where I was staying at home by myself because my brother would go and get his hair braided. Because back then braids was in, you know. So my brother would go and get his hair braided like every 2 weeks. with my cousin. And so like I would come home, and it just so happened that year I didn't do no sports. So I would literally just come home and just, you know, relax. And I would crawl up in my mama's bed, y'all, and stay there. And I had a dog, and he was deaf. He literally couldn't hear shit. Like, and we found that out after getting him. What we found out was that like white animals typically are albino animals, and they come with birth defects, which I didn't fucking know that, but he couldn't hear nothing. So one time he was like, I'm like in the room, in the bed, I'm getting chills, and the dog just lifts up and runs into the hallway, and he's like looking down towards the stairs, and then he just starts barking and running downstairs. So I'm like, what's going on? And so I go downstairs, and he's chasing something, but he's like changing directions real sharp. So I mean, obviously it's something there that I can't see. And then he, whatever it is, runs up the wall or some shit, because he like is pointed at this corner, and he just keeps barking up. I said, I'm gonna mind my black ass business. And I went upstairs. I got in the bed, and I put the covers over me, and I said, please, I was praying. I remember I just was praying like, please, please, please. Like, and so I'm telling my mama when she come home, and I got my hands, like, you know how like when you open the door, it's like a door, like you can put your hand like kind of where the springs and shit are. Not springs, that's not the hinge, right? So I got my hand in that little thing or whatever, and I'm telling my cousins and them like what had happened, and I'm like, yeah, it's like a ghost in here, like something is weird. And so I move my hand out of the thing, and the door slams behind me, like slams so fucking hard, ain't a window open, ain't a nut. Then this is around the same time that my cousin passed away. He had got killed, and I seen him. I was like really tired, came home from the hospital, and he had lasted like a week in the hospital. And so I came home from the hospital, and I remember I was in my bed, and I was crying, and I flipped over, and he was laying next to me. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was confused. I mean, and then he kept ringing our doorbell, because his sister, who he had gotten into a fight with before he passed away, was like living with us. And so in the morning time, he just kept ringing the doorbell, and I knew it was him. Like, I knew it was him. That house was strange, because I think what had happened was something traumatic had to have happened in that house, because there was an astral tear. And I think when something traumatic happens, the energy goes into the walls, right? But not only that, it creates a tear between the physical and the spiritual. So I don't know if you ever seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, but the season 2, when they was talking about, they flew over that forest that had been burnt down, and it was like the spirits of the forest were basically causing havoc in the area. That's a real thing. Like when something traumatic happens, it creates it like thins out whatever is the veil between the two realms, right? And things can come in and out, especially if it was something very low vibrational. Then like low vibrational things can come in and out. And so a lot of haunted houses end up being houses where people were killed in, or people where something traumatic happened. And that's because it creates that tear, and things can kind of move in and out. So I think that's what was happening in that house. But baby, we only lived there for a year, and it was like all of us was shaking in our fucking boots the whole fucking time. The whole time. It was terrifying. Human design book, sorry. Yeah, so the one, the best one that I found is called Understanding Human Design. It's by Catherine Rose. Nope, that's not it. Just kidding. Hold on. It's like a red book with some hands that go like this. And then I also bought like a couple guides from people who do human design readings on here. Yeah, so it's called Understanding Human Design by Karen Curry Parker. And she also has like a human design workbook as well, like that you could purchase as well. But that's the one that I did a deep dive into. And then it was like people who did human design readings on here that had like astrology and human design, like little booklets and stuff that I could buy. So I did that. And then I also went on Scribd and looked as well. Hey, Deanna. Happy day, my love. I understand I fell into 5 years, but been scared because my family judges me. That's the worst too, because then you feel so out of place. My girl, she's misunderstood for sure. I feel called to tell you to connect with, align to your highest. He is a hermetic teacher of the masters. Okay. I wanted to ask you about spells. Do you work with spells, or is it all mental things for you? It's all mental things for me, because we don't need anything. That's stuff that they need. We don't need any of that. We are able to literally pull from the elements around us, meaning on a frequency level. Is there a code for mediumship readings? I heard some codes earlier. No, it's only for the human design readings and the mommy and me's, because I love y'all. And I think that y'all, like, in order to get people in a human energetic alignment, like, that's what we need the most right now. But my mediumships are the same price though of what I just marked the human design readings down to, which is $120. But it's normally $120. What if, ooh, shit, hold on. Okay, what advice or thoughts do you have about me not thinking my feelings matter, pushing things off? I mean, you probably grew up in a household where you had your emotions invalidated. So now you're just doing it to yourself. My thoughts is, and I don't mean this in a harsh way, but who needs an enemy when you got yourself? You know, I think it's really important that you learn how to nurture yourself like you would nurture a child that was going through the same thing. Because that's really what you're doing, is nurturing your inner child. It's important for you to validate your emotions, because your emotions are your guide in this reality. That's how your soul talks to you. That's the only way for your soul or your feminine to talk to you. So learning that every single emotion is valid, but the emotional reaction is not valid, but every emotion itself is valid, and it's trying to communicate something to you from your soul, which is who you are in this reality. So it's so important for you to feel your feelings. It's so important for you to acknowledge your feelings. It's so important for you to accept your feelings. And as a person who has had to go through so much changeability in my emotional state, because of the way that my energy exists, is that I have really high highs and really low lows, meaning I'm constantly swinging between joy and melancholy. You can't, I'm sure, unless you have experienced it yourself, I'm sure you cannot imagine how intense that is. But you have to feel them. You have to honor yourself. And the only way to honor yourself is to honor your feelings. So when they happen, allow them to come up. Do some shadow work, of course, but allow them to come up. Acknowledge them. Sit with them to see what they're trying to tell you, but don't judge them. Because there are no bad emotions. I know they tell us all the bad. No. Anger protects you. You know? Sometimes I'll be needing my clients to get fucking angry, because at least then they'll do some shit about it, you know? But there are no bad emotions. It's only telling you I like this or I didn't like this. And then you're supposed to act accordingly. You know, it's telling you it's time for you to rest or it's time for you to work. When you feel charged up, then you have the energy to work. But when you don't, it's time for you to take care of yourself and pour back into yourself. So nurturing yourself like you would a child, nurturing yourself like being your own mama, is so important in getting back to that. Because not being able to feel your feelings is dangerous. You are going towards egopath, psychopath, sociopath behavior. And we do not need another one of those. Okay, we got enough of them. I learned to chill and tap into my inner self as a generator. Yeah, I think we so use generator energy is like the energy that don't get tired. It's constantly reaching for something else. And I think the way the society has like kind of structured itself is made it so that we're in survival mode and we're constantly reaching, going, needing more, and not being satisfied with what we have. And that was a huge problem with me as a generator, is that I just didn't think I was doing enough. I was constantly reaching for something, constantly chasing the bag. And generator energy is not supposed to chase, it's supposed to attract. But the only way that it can attract is if it's showing up authentically, meaning that regardless of how people feel about it, you still show up as yourself every single fucking day. You defend your differences. You know, speak your truth. You set good boundaries. You know, you have to do all of those things. And then when you do, generator energy is beautiful energy, because by you just existing as yourself, you waking everybody else up around you, you know, because with generator energy is here to respond, but those responses bring transformation, not only for yourself, but for the people around you. But knowing when to act on those is the goal for that. Because if you don't know when to act on those, then you're going to spend your life being rejected, feeling unseen, feeling unheard, which is not a good place to be. You know, so that's why human design is so important, because you want to get into alignment with yourself. you know? And I'll put those codes in here for y'all. Hold on, let me put the codes in here for y'all, for people who missed them. So endings HD for full. So right now it's just Mommy and Me and full human design readings. And then I'll try to pin it for as long as I can pin it. Hold on, y'all. Okay, there you go. So if you wasn't in the chat in the beginning, human design readings and Mommy and Me readings are marked down by $29 right now, until Friday. So yeah. Okay, not fend for yourself. Yes. Okay. Hey Tanique. Did you see the movie Deliverance? No. And let me tell you why. A lot of those be having energy attached to it that is meant to cause fear, attack your heart chakra, all of those things. And as an aware person, I just choose not to engage with stuff like that. Yeah. Hi, Tay Bands or Ty Bands. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Yes, I usually go live around like 3 p.m. my time, which might be, if you on Eastern time, is 6, but if you on Central time, that's 5. But I've been trying to go live earlier throughout when it's not Wednesday. I love asking you questions. Oh, thank you. You're welcome. I love your music. I love her music. I keep it on repeat. Who was that? Who was we listening to? Oh, See It. I fuck with See It heavy, the long way. Emotions equal energy and motions. Let them flow through you. Yes, because what happens is we try to attach ourselves to the emotion, and we think that it's some type of character defining moment because we keep experiencing the emotion, not realizing that we keep experiencing the emotion because we're not doing shit about it. Right? Defining moment because we keep experiencing the emotion, not realizing that we keep experiencing the emotion because we're not doing shit about it. Right? So it's like that you're not doing anything about what you're feeling. And so it keeps trying to communicate to you, hey, girl, listen. And then it just gets louder and louder and louder until it becomes pain and suffering. Then it's like you have to change. That's what forces change, is pain. Pain is a catalyst to change. So it puts your back against the fucking wall so that you can make a decision. But so many of us think that our emotions are us. And it's saying something about us, and it's not. It's only telling you I like this or I don't like this. And so we get lost in the intensity of the emotion. We get swept up in the intensity of the emotion, and we start to move into that victim mentality, especially if we decide that we're not going to do anything about it. So that's why I do the work that I do, because, you know, I was one of those people. I'm one of those people who is the manager or the teacher because I did the job, you know? So, yeah. Thank you. I've been working on my emotions, especially with rejection. Yeah, rejection is just a part of life, you know, and it don't mean nothing for you. You know, like I think what I used to do is internalize everything. And I think women do that. I literally just had a conversation with my mentee this morning that usually if, say you in track practice and your coach is scolding you and saying, y'all need to do better and da-da-da-da. Women internalize that. We think they talking about us. But men externalize that. They think that they talking about somebody else, you know, not them. And that's kind of like the difference, is that we internalize a lot of things. So it's really important for us to understand that when somebody is rejecting you, especially if you're a generator, what did I say? Your responses come with transformation, which means that they have to do something differently. And because people are resistant to change and they don't want to do anything differently, they have to reject the knowledge, because when you know better, you have to do better. So it's not about you. It's just you're delivering the knowledge right now that they don't want to hear, because that means they have to do something different. You know, so me, when I'm getting rejected, I realize, oh, they're not ready to change. It's not for me to force you into change. I only want to be talking to the people who are willing to do the work anyway. Because those are the only people I can help. Until you decide to save yourself, I can't do nothing with you. Now that was hard to grapple with, because I got family that's like that. But it's not my job to fix you. It's not, I'm only here to help who wants to be helped, because we are in the realm of free will. You have free will to choose differently, and that's what you're choosing right now. It's not my job to jump in and interfere with your journey and force you into change. You know? And that's what we got to realize. Oh, Mariah. Oh, yeah. I love Mariah, too. She's also that girl. Hey, Miss Bennett. Is the mediumship reading on Zoom or something like that? No, it's on Telegram. But, I mean, it will, like, yes, there will be a video. You will be able to see me unless you don't want to see me. That's okay. All I do is need to hear your voice. All I do is got to hear your voice. And as soon as I hear your voice, I'll be able to pick up the information. But it's on Telegram so I can record it, so I can send it to you. So if you want to see me, you will be able to see me. It's usually about 45 minutes to an hour. But it just depends on what my schedule looks like that day. Because if it's something that I'm getting that I really need to get out, then I'll stay on longer. What do you think about all these plane crashes defects? Well, I talked about the Boeing situation a while ago and they tried to ban my account. So I talked about that, but not only that, I saw it. I think there are more that have happened than we are aware of, because I saw about 9 and I've only seen about 6 reported. What I mean by that is I had a vision about that before it happened. And it was like a huge one in the middle. It was like a huge one in the middle. And then it was like multiple like smaller cargo or like private jet situations. But it felt like it was 2 bigger ones and smaller ones. And so I thought that was interesting because we got the one in Washington, the Delta that flipped over recently, Scottsdale, San Diego, the one that landed in the water. And I think it was like a private jet carrying people from hospital, like whatever the case may be. I saw it before, but I kind of struggle sometimes when it comes to my gifts because I don't know if I'm supposed to be sharing those. And I also don't want to be like one of those false prophet type of people either. So it's like I struggle with that. But when it starts happening, I'm just like, oh, okay, so I was on point. Okay, I got it. So I don't know. But they showed me that along with like showing me underneath churches were tunnels. They were showing me a lot at one time. It was like flipping. You know, like it was like they showed me this and I seen them barrel into the ground. And I think it was about 9 to 10, it was like 8 to 9, I would say, but I couldn't catch it because it was flipping so fast. And then they took me to the churches and the obelisk, and underneath them are full-on situations. And I was like, hold up. And I was like, get whatever you're doing, stop it. Because I don't want to see no more, because I've seen too much. And I was like, oh, no. Back it up. Bring me back to the reality that I'm existing in. So yeah. So how do I feel about that? That's how I feel. I knew that it was about to happen. And I actually feel like I had got a message about it months before it happened, actually. So yeah. I love that I've been seeing fertility signs, but I'm not pregnant. So good things are coming. Gotcha. That's so true. Hold on. Okay. Hey, everyone. Do you read birth charts? So, yes and no, Tia. The reason why I say yes and no is that I do human design readings because it gives you more information in your birth chart. However, in addition to the human design readings, I do energetic alignment profiles or energetic alignment strategies. So if you get your human design reading done and you need a plan to get into energetic alignment, this is what I offer. And when I do that, I look at your 5 core life path numbers, which is going to be your numerology. It's going to tell you what you basically here to do, what your purpose is. But then I also look at your human design because, again, that gives you a great deal of information when it comes to your strengths and your weaknesses. And then I do your astrology. And I do that. I don't do a birth chart reading, but I list out the things you need to know when it comes to your astrology house by house. And the reason why I do that is because, again, this is going to be affecting you in your life in certain areas in your life. And I think that if there's like career options you need to explore and stuff like that, I think that also needs to be part of the plan, because the strategy is for you to get into best alignment with yourself as you possibly can. So I do look at astrology there, and then I look at list out your purpose, your strengths, your weaknesses. And then goals that I would have if I had your energy. This is the goals that I would have, and then I list out a plan, exercises for you to do, things to try to get you into energetic alignment. So I don't do birth chart readings per se, but when it comes to the energetic alignment strategy, which is like a 5 to 10 page document, depending on how complex your energy is, usually takes me 5 hours to do those, and I only charge $80 for them, which I'll be rethinking that because it takes so fucking long for me to do them. But I again want to make it available for my people. So in that aspect, yes. And so if I'll show you one real quick, hold on. Somebody I just did. Please, hold on. I literally just put one in my trash can from the other day. A, B, C, D. Okay. So here go one. Hold on. So, I gotta flip my screen like this. So this is what it looks like. Hold on. So this is the life path numbers. So that's all of the information for your life path. Lengthy, especially if you've been married or you had a name change because of an adoption. And I think she was adopted. So at 12, her energy changed, and she needs to know what that is, because the energy that she came here for is different than the energy that she existed underneath. So there needs to be like a balancing. And then I do the human design section, which is like telling you your energy type and stuff, like all right here. And then I go through every single placement. And that part is quite long. And then we get to your natal chart. So we point out your Chiron, which is going to be your childhood wound. And then I go through every house one by one. So this is first house, second house, third house, going all the way down. So astrology section is pretty lengthy because, again, 12 houses. And then I go through your purpose, and if your energy changed, again, after marriage is going to be a little bit different of a change. And then your strengths, and then this is your improvements. These are your weaknesses. And now this section, I go deep when it comes to the weaknesses, because so I pull out the emotional restrictions first. I do mind, because we live in a mental universe. So I do mind, communication, career, and then goals that I would have if I was you, and then the plan. So the plan's kind of lengthy too, because depending on how complicated your energy is, it's kind of lengthy as well. So not per se, but that's what you would need to know. Like that's as far as I go. Hey Mental, I don't mind you dropping in. Can you speak on feeling energy? Sometimes it gets overwhelming at times. So I think that there has to be a detachment from the energy first. And you have to realize that your emotions are not there to harm you. They're only telling you, I like this or I don't. When you have a negative emotional experience, it means you need a boundary. It means you need to tell the universe that this is not what you want to experience, and focus on what you do want to experience, So I think a big part of us shying away from them emotions or those more intense emotions is because we don't want to speak up or tell people that we don't like certain things or whatever the case may be. So I think you need to understand that your emotions are not you. They're only telling you something about yourself. And it's communicating to you what your soul needs and what your soul really genuinely does not want. So you need to make sure that you honoring them. And when I say honoring them, you have to act according to what you are feeling. And I think because of women in the society that we've grown up in, we are taught to prioritize everybody else's well-being over our own. So there needs to be a readjusting of the scales, meaning that you need to prioritize yourself over or just as much as you prioritize everybody else. Okay? But understand you not your emotions, and when they come up, don't shy away from them. Don't treat them like they're a problem or an inconvenience, because they're not. They're only trying to communicate to you what your soul needs to feel in alignment. Like all the shit that I'm telling y'all about, if y'all just listen to y'all emotions, y'all wouldn't need any of it. If you just literally just sat with yourself and didn't judge your emotions, just let them be what they are, figure out what they're trying to communicate with you, realize that if it's a negative emotion, that's a no. If it's a positive emotion, that's a yes, and actually follow up on it. But I think what it is that so many of us have a weaker masculine principle, meaning we don't know how to govern ourselves. And not only that, we just want what the fuck we want, and we fall in victim to the flesh, which means eating every time our stomach growl, you know, every time we feeling a little frisky, going out there and leaping. You know, it's like, it's so much that we just giving into and doing what we want to do opposed to what we should do. You know? You welcome, Pache. Oh shit, hold on. I've been getting messages from broken glass. After 4 signs, I said this is reality switching. Okay. I just want you to know that I appreciate you and your energy, girl. A breath of fresh air for real. Oh, thank you, Sarah. That's sweet. Say less. I definitely want to do it. Yeah, I think you should. Like, I feel like it really helped me. Like, everything that I offer is stuff that I did for myself first. And I just got on here and I was talking about it. And I was like, look, this is really helping me. And then people asked me to create the service for it, you know. And I would just, for the energetic alignment strategy, I ain't gonna lie, it took me weeks to do that for myself the first time. So I ignored y'all for about a year. And then I was like, no, it has to be a way for me to give this to people. Because I think, again, like I said, it really, really helped me. Because anytime, like once a month, I go back and I check in on myself. And I see what I'm doing well. You know, where I need to make adjustments, where I haven't focused. Because this is not something that you just, I give you all this information and you about to be able to implement all of it overnight. No, it's like you take it piece by piece. You know, whatever you can do right now, whatever you can fix right now, and then you need to come back to it and say, okay, now I've mastered this. Let me try to master that. Okay, now I've mastered that. Let me try to master this. And it's like slowly over time, you become in alignment with yourself. You know, it's the same thing that I do with my mentees. As soon as I get a new mentee, I do their energetic profile so I know how their energy exists so that I can kind of pick up on certain things for them and redirect them when I need to redirect them on specific things. But then over the 6 months, we working on getting an energetic alignment. Now I'm about to be month 5 with a group of 3 of my mentees. And they're all individual. But now in month 4, I made them start getting together for extra sessions so we can do shadow work and we can work on our gifts. And all of them are reading very well. They're reading each other, general readings, but they're also doing mediumship. They're reading people's family members. But I don't think if we hadn't set the foundation and got all the shit out the way that they would be where they are, you know? So I focus on trying to heal people through their chakra system. And I think I got like 7 mentees right now on a personal level, but the only people I'm taking right now, if you want mentorship, is going to be in a group setting. So you are welcome, my love. This is my jam. I've been going back through old playlists that I haven't heard in a while and just like playing them, and they playlists that I used to stem on. Cause like me, I like will play a playlist out until I can't play it no more, and then I need to get something new. But all of them be full with my jams. So yeah, I just wanted to hop on here today because I know I usually only hop on Wednesdays. But this week I'm trying to hop on more just because I have a little bit more time. And when I say a little bit, I have 1,000 things to do today. But whenever I get a moment, I feel like I love to just connect with y'all and just talk to y'all and just, you know, kick the shit, answer some questions or whatever. So I try to make myself available. So that's what I wanted to hop on here and talk about today. I feel like I just was in a strange place earlier because of the video that was going viral on Instagram. And it was getting so many reactions and people was misunderstanding me. And you know, that happens sometimes, but sometimes it's a lot, you know. Didn't you kick a dog? No, I don't know what you're talking about. Why do y'all keep saying that? I've never kicked a dog a day in my fucking life. That's not even in my character. And what would I need to kick? I haven't even been around any dogs. And I don't mean to come at you like that, but you said it multiple times and I already answered that I did not kick a dog. I don't even know what's going on with that question. The only time I would kick a dog if a dog was trying to kick me. Like, there's a video posted and in the comments they have tagged you. No. I wasn't tagged in no video of nobody kicking no fucking dog. Send it to me in my DMs. But no, I was not kicking a fucking dog. I don't know why they would tag me in some bullshit like that. I don't know who is playing with my name. Does she even look like me? The dog kicker? Because that's crazy. AI. If you ever see me in the forest with a grizzly bear, help the bear. Nah, for real though. Where y'all getting that from? And why you saying it's AI? Why would they be doing that with AI? What the fuck? Now I need to know what you're talking about. Please send that to me. Hold on. Let me get on TikTok. Oh my God. Kicking a dog. Oh! First of all, why the fuck? That don't even look like me. Stop playing with me. And that dog is little as fuck. I would have whooped her ass. Hell no, I'm not to kick no fucking... Listen. Stop playing with me. Oh, now I'm about to have to go make an announcement. Don't worry, ignore. And she got braids. When have y'all ever seen me with braids? And why do y'all think I'm shaped like that? What is wrong with y'all? Oh my gosh. I'm telling my mama on y'all. Y'all playing too much. Y'all are playing too much. Don't worry, ignore. No, because I need to clear my name. Because why would you ever kick that? First of all, why would you kick that dog like that? That's ignorant as fuck. That's so fucking ignorant. Don't put that on me or my spirit. That dog ain't do nothing to her. She should have kicked the man. If you was gonna kick anybody, kick the motherfucker get mad at. What did the damn dog do? That is fucking ignorant. Now y'all got me over here crying for no reason. Who said that? Lucy? No, Lacey. Why are you trying to stress me out today, Lacey? Didn't you kick a dog? And you didn't even ask me. You just didn't. What are you talking about? Girl. Anywho, I'm not stressed about it. It's just crazy that y'all would think that I would be doing something like that. It's like, have you been listening? And it say Tizzy ENT is the part, or they tagging the dude who do. Yeah, don't tag him though, because I don't want him to think that it listen. You ain't about to stress me out today. Anyways, and if he would have knocked her motherfucking cat back, he would have been well within his fucking rights. Because if somebody comes to my house and kick my dog, my cat, anything, you can bet that somebody's gonna be in jail. I'm working laughing at y'all talking about kicking a dog like what? Yeah, no, she punted it. I'm not gonna lie, she punted it. For sure. But, and the poor little dog didn't even run. He just got scared. And yeah, I would have knocked her fucking cat back. Anyways. They said it's you. Yeah, that's what they said. And that's what Lacey said. They said in the comments, but she ain't said nothing since I said, girl, what the fuck are you talking about? She ain't said nothing else, but she posted it in here like 3 times. This is my first time addressing it though, cause like what? Why would I be out here kicking people dogs? I'm more of a straight to the point type of girl. If I'm gonna kick somebody, I would have kicked his ass, not the fucking dog. I don't want to smoke with the animal. I could take the animal. Him? That's who the fuck I would have been kicking. I don't know why she kicked the fucking dog. I cannot today. Y'all ain't about to stress me out. I'm about to go. So I will post this on YouTube after this session. But yeah, I need to go do my content for Spiritual Intelligence 101. So y'all have an amazing day. Now I gotta see the video. Girl, it's the first thing when you type in on TikTok, girl kicking dog, it's went viral. And it's multiple videos of this. And they tagging a guy who does, like, you know, that the white guy with the beard who's always like I don't necessarily know what side he's playing or what side he's on. Not that it matters, but he kind of gives a little pizzazz. But he's got like the ginger. He's like a ginger and he got the beard. And he always like tea time, like talking about people's business, like that type of stuff. But his content is very engaging. Like they're tagging him. Everybody is. So yeah. But if you see it, it's literally 2 girls and one of them kicks the dog, child. Anyways, thank you, y'all. Y'all have an amazing day, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow, I usually go live around, wait, what's tomorrow? Wednesday. I usually go live around 2 o'clock, but I'll probably be live at 1. But check my TikTok story and my Instagram story, and I'll have the times on there for y'all. Sorry, girl. Saw a tag and assumed. I apologize. Have a good one. You too. It's no biggie. Thank you for bringing it to my attention, but no, girl. Never. It was never given. I'm more of a straight shooter than that. But yeah. Anywho, love y'all. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Alrighty. Bye.